Man, I feel like I'm really late to the party. LaRussell's been killing it for a long time. He is packed with so many gems on how independent artists should move in today's climate that we need to talk about this. Now, I first saw LaRussell popping up on TikTok, and I would see him every now and again just kind of performing a song, and I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Looks like he's got some decent production value, and seems like he's having a good time. What started happening was every single time I opened up TikTok, one of his videos or two of his videos would pop up, or three of his videos. It's like this guy had an unlimited amount of videos every single time I opened the app. This happened enough times over the course of about a year where I had no choice but to know who he was and know his name. I'm not good at remembering names. There's been so many artists that come out over the years. I see one of their songs, but then they come and go and you don't really see much of them again. And since I've been in the music business for a long time, I just don't commit those names to memory unless they keep on popping up. It's refreshing to see what kind of stuff he's doing in the music business. There's tons of content out there from him saying it, from his perspective, what works and what doesn't, and how he moves. He's got full podcasts on this.
So when you say you spent 30,000 on digital, can you break down kind of like how you allocated that, like at least at a high level? Because I feel like these, artists are always trying to figure out, even if they only have $500 or $1,000, right? It's like, how should we be spending the bread?
For In My Musty specifically, I did 5,000 in YouTube and I did 25,000 in IG and Facebook ads.
Okay.
I didn't even do no TikTok.
And so what were you trying to do? Convert them to go stream the song or watch? What were you doing?
I just wanted them to see it. Just awareness.
Wow.
Just pure awareness.
Which are cheaper.
I don't care. It's way cheaper.
Yeah.
And if you like what you see, you'll go do all the other things.
Yeah.
I don't have to direct you to Spotify, direct you to this. If you like what you see in here, you'll go there by yourself.
There's an interview that I saw with Curtis King, and shout out to Curtis King. He's also a DIY style YouTuber that has been in the music industry for a long time.
YouTube even made it to where in the very beginning it was 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 views and all of these things. You can just change at any point.
That wasn't always a YouTube practice. YouTube had to grow and develop as a company before they even got to the point where they could do monetization, and that was their practice. That was not always their practice. If you notice, with YouTube, every few years, they send you a thing that say new terms and conditions you got to accept before you can continue. Because they're growing as a company. There was practices I had in my company that didn't exist prior to where I am now because I didn't have a need. I was just building. When niggas are building things, and I think that's where the dissolution come in. There's a lot of people who consume product, and then there's people who build product. And those are two different things. Like, when you're building something, you don't never know what the fuck it's gonna be.
Let's start with where we're at today. LaRussell just got signed to Roc Nation, Jay-Z's record label. I would say a lot of independent artists might be like, what is he doing? He's an independent artist. But I love the way that LaRussell's doing this, at least from what I know right now. Take everything with a grain of salt. I don't know everything here. And I'm bad with facts. I'm a bad YouTuber. He did more of a partnership than an ownership deal, meaning that he still retains his masters. He still can move like an independent artist, but he is enlisting the record label to help him get further reach and build out his empire from there. This is only significant because of how much of a mini empire that he's made on his own or with his surrounding team, and for how long it's been going. That is why he deserves a deal like this. He didn't just get signed because it sounds cool to sign to a big record label, but he needed those tools that a record label can provide. And he said no when those tools weren't what he needed. He's operating like an actual business. And I love this. When you're an actual business, you don't want to take on business partnerships that will suffocate your own business or will benefit the other business more than it benefits you. It needs to be a win-win. And he knows this, and he's very comfortable in discussing it. The way LaRussell's been able to scale independent music, I think people really need to sit down and observe. Even if you're not into the rap side of music, there's still an insane amount of stuff that you could learn here. LaRussell didn't just pop off with a hit single and get big really quick. He's been making a ton of music and constantly releasing videos something that I preach all the time on my channel. Obviously, you don't need to make as much music as him, but the amount of content that is needed is, in my opinion, right where he's at. He didn't start off like this. He built it up slowly over time and with a lot of strength behind it. A lot of work ethic. Not just anybody could do what he's doing. It's not easy what he's doing, even though he does make it look easy. I'll give him that. He transformed his mom's backyard into a performance space that he can perform at every single week.
Faceless. Hold an angle with that chop on the corner, shoot his ass adjacent. Hold on. Let me get back. I ain't used to this, you hear me? Come on, hold on. Brown paper bag, back to basics.
He's able to make endless videos the ways that he wants in his mom's backyard. He's able to invite people over, create a business structure around this backyard, monetize it in a way that is generous, makes sense, but is also community driven.
Hey, good to meet you.
Nice. Thanks for having me in your home.
Of course.
Now, it's crazy that I'm here where I've seen all the videos. I never dreamed I never even thought about that I would be out here. Seeing it on TikTok, and I'm actually here. And I was seeing them videos all the time.
You could tell LaRussell cares about the fans that he has and his local community. He doubled, tripled down on that. He started a campaign recently wanting to sell 100,000 albums in 30 days, which is a very bold move. And as of this time, I don't think that he made it the first 30 days. I think he extended it, but I'm not sure where he's at right at this moment. So NBA star Kyrie Irving bought one of his albums for about $11,000. He got support from the news, from Snoop. The idea in itself was a marketing campaign. Whether or not he meets that 100,000, this is a marketing campaign, first and foremost. The fact that he's able to show up on local morning news to promote his album even further because of things like this, I think is genius. He's letting you choose how much you want to pay for the album, starting at $1. This is a very fan-centric method to promoting music. He's coming up with ideas that involve the audience, that makes them feel special for engaging with him. He's not just putting stuff out there and being like, here you go, that's it. For the longest time in LaRussell's backyard performances, I think he was doing every week, he implemented the same strategy of starting with $1 or pay what you want. This gives people that don't have a lot of money to support a way to support. He's going for the long run. He's investing his time and his energy into fans that will support him over the years. He created a gold card membership program where you buy this card and you get into shows every single time for free. You get special perks. You get VIP options like being able to skip lines and potential royalties on the album. He's giving people a way to fund his album, almost like a GoFundMe, but much more personalized. And he could charge a way so it's almost like you're buying stocks into his company. There are other things that this includes, but my point is that he's developing systems in which fans can invest into his content, invest into his future, and feel good, feel like they're a part of something. I think on these gold cards, he said that he started off at a really low price, but it's eventually moved up higher and higher over time, of course. I think this is a great idea. The common theme that I'm seeing with him is that he is creating buzz and entertainment for everybody to be involved with, not just for him to be here, there's a line, and then the audience is over here. Like, no, he's with the audience. He's hanging out with the audience. He has his own podcast. He goes on podcasts all the time that talk about artist development stuff, and he freely gives out any information that he has. He doesn't hold back on anything. He is proof that you could still build a fan base that is loyal and of the super fan era, which, by the way, nowadays you have two fan groups. You've got the very nonchalant fans, somebody that might like your stuff on TikTok or something like that if they see it, or you have super fans that are willing to engage and buy. You want super fans. You have to market towards super fans and develop strategies that cater to super fans. This is where the money starts coming in. The fans outside of that, Like the people that will get like millions of views on their content but can't sell out a show, a small show, are having a hard time making that transition from throwing a wide net to actually bringing in some fish. Or, which sounds terrible, but you know what I mean. Either way, I highly encourage you to go deeper into his content strategies, his business strategies, and see what kind of stuff he's up to. In this age of DIY musicians, what lessons can you learn from LaRussell? He's got a lot of lessons for people. I just don't know if people are paying attention. Are there any artists out there that are similar to him that influence you as a musician? There are other musicians out there that are using the DIY method that work really well, and I could make videos on those as well. Just let me know in the comments. I'm in this spot where I'm not sure what people actually like watching. YouTube metrics are really hard to follow. So the more you comment, the more you like, the more you engage with me, the easier it is for me to figure out what my audience actually is and wants to hear about. I'll talk to you later.